Alright then, the saga continues. So, alright. Yesterday, I got here at Kuala Lumpur International Airport, Terminal 1, to get on my Vietnam Airlines flight to Hanoi. And that was when I discovered that the Vietnamese government seriously drags its feet when processing visas. Mine is still processing. Today, the next day, it's still processing. So they spent some time trying to sort it out, and get me on the flight, but it didn't work. Met this Australian guy that said the same thing had happened to him a few days before. And he was about to get on a flight back to Australia, but then finally it came through. So he decided for Vietnam. And poor guy, they ended up charging him an extra $200 because his, I guess his luggage was too heavy. He said they were charging him that for his dirty laundry. Okay, I guess that's an Australian thing. All right, so then one of the other guys from there came up and said that he could give me this super secret number that I could get in touch with some kind of agent on WhatsApp, and he had connections and he could get through and find out what's going on and maybe expedite the process on my visa. And I'm like, nah, that sounds really shady. And then he said it's expensive. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna work with a predator like that. I'd rather just, lose whatever I lose. So I went across to the Sama Sama Hotel, and it was great as usual. It's a really expensive hotel. Well, for me, it's a really expensive hotel. Maybe not for you. And let's see, I immediately started trying to get my refund from Vietnam Airlines. And of course, the app didn't work worth a shit. The website didn't work worth a shit. But at least I got a phone number, so I called. And the young lady that was helping me said that I could get 90% of my ticket price back. And all I had to do was get on the website. And I'm like, I'm just trying that. Your website don't work. And so she gave me an email address to put in my request. So I did that, and I got my answer this morning that both of my flights in Vietnam were non-refundable. So I'm out several $100s for that. And I may be out even more because I already booked my Philippine Airlines flight from Da Nang, Vietnam to Philippines, where I'm going to spend a month from mid-August to mid-September. And so I might be out that one too. I don't know. There's still time to work with them. Thank you. Here we are at Gloria Jean's Coffee with my chiller, which I thought was going to be a frappe. It's not. Don't know what it is. But it's cold on the bottom, and then they put the hot shot on top, so now it's kind of mixing up in the cup. All right, but anyhow, I'm back at Kuala Lumpur International Airport, Terminal 1, because since I can't go to Vietnam since my visa is still processing several days later, I decided I'm going to go to East Malaysia for the first time. So I booked a flight to Kuching. But no, not just any flight. It's on Air Borneo, and I decided to go business class. Yeah. And it probably really didn't cost me much more than it would have to fly economy, because economy gave me not enough weight for my luggage. It gave me 25 kilos, I think, and I'm at about 28 kilos, so I would have had to pay extra for my checked bags, and that probably would have been at least $50. And the business class ended up costing me about $150 more than the $100 for economy class. So I'm like, what the heck? It's still only $250. It's only a 2-hour flight, but what the heck? It'll be my first time traveling business class, and I'll get to see what it's like. So now I'm waiting for check-in to open so that I can check my bags and then proceed to somewhere near the gate to wait for the flight. And once I get there, I am planning to already booked 2 nights at a hotel. My big plan is to rent a car and drive that all the way up to Kota Kinabalu, and then back, of course. And that would bring me through Brunei, so I'll have to research the visa process to go through Brunei. And then, it's all the way back, and by that time, I don't know if I am going to be going straight from Kuching to the Philippines, or if by that time, which is going to be almost 2 weeks, my visa for Vietnam should be processed by then, and I might have to fly to Da Nang just to not lose the money that I spent on the Philippine Airlines ticket from Da Nang to Manila. Of course, I would prefer to go straight from Kuching to Manila. If there's I don't know if there's a direct flight. I might have to go through Singapore or back here to KL. I don't know. We'll find out.